Episode 1. A Mendacious Queen. Anyone who urinates in a stream should be warned, because any of his relatives may drink from the water. Kenyan proverb. I couldn't speak. All of the shit Ollie was saying cut me to the bone. He hated me. He hated my family. I wish I never fucking met you. Meeting you fucked my life up from day one. Say something, bitch. He yelled and slapped his palm on his thigh. I wanted to speak so badly, but I had nothing to say. Okay, since you can't find SHIT to say, I'll read some more before I leave your dirty ass up here forever. Forever. The word forever stood out to me and made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. What do you mean to leave me up here forever? I didn't do shit to deserve this. I'm sorry, baby. I was telling the truth when I told him I loved him. I loved Ollie more than I've ever loved a man. I loved him more than my own father, who told me that no matter what I did, Ollie would never be mine. Zika, that man's heart doesn't belong to you, my father Omar said often in an exasperated tone. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000,000 babies by him. A man will eventually leave and go search for the woman who has his heart. Hear me when I say it to you, Zika. It's not you who has his heart, and you never will. He said this to me after I had Taj, and again after I had AJ. My father was holding my son, AJ, when he repeated it. One day, Zika, Ollie going to find a woman that he loves, and it's gonna kill you. Make sure you're listening to me, because the day that Ollie figures out that neither of my grandkids are his children, you're going to remember that I warned you that it was coming. All things that are out of alignment with God's will. And this deceitful mess you have with Ollie will eventually crumble. I was shocked. Dad, why would you say that? He ignored me and kept speaking. This relationship with Ollie is not blessed by the Orishes. Therefore, darkness will destroy it. Goodbye. Daughter, my father said as he handed AJ to me. He kissed me on my forehead and stared at me with tears in his eyes, then turned on his heels and walked towards my front door. Everything is well, Daddy. Relax. Ollie won't find out if we stop talking about it. My father stopped in his steps and with his back still turned said, Who is AJ's father, Zika? He stood there with his back turned. Can you turn around and talk to me, at least, Daddy? He sighed and began speaking. Zika, do you remember the story of Ogun and Oya? I sighed aloud and laid AJ in his bassinet. He continued, You know that Oya and Ogun were married, and Oya was a terrible wife to Ogun. Even after all that Ogun had done for Oya, she still cheated on him with Shango, his arch-nemesis. When Ogun and Oya broke up, Oya resumed her sordid relationship with Shango, who truly loved only Asha, and Shango married Ashin. He said and took a deep breath. Shango also married Obanani and 17 other women, but he never married Oya. Zika, you are not the Ashun of Ali's life. You will always be Oya to him, Zika. I heard the conversation playing over and over in my head as Ali crushed every piece of the spell work. I should beat your motherfucking ass the fuck up on this roof, Ali said as he looked down at me. He leered at me for about 10 seconds and then started reading again, but this time he mimicked my voice. March 14th, 2021. My daddy was the only person who could affect my behavior and make me reconsider doing evil ass shit to people. So when he was killed by a bus while crossing the street, I took it to mean that he was taking my secrets with him to his grave. I told my daddy damn near all of my business, so I guess I can count myself lucky that he's gone. Am I sad? Yes, but at least I ain't gotta worry about him talking about this shit with Ray and Ollie. This nigga is so full of himself that he demands that everybody calls him fucking Messiah. He doesn't know niggas be clowning his dumb ass. A messiah of what? Chaos and confusion? Ha. The only real reason I'm still with Ollie, he said and put inflection on his words, is because of these spells. And once they wear OFF, I'm out. Maybe I can reconnect with Ray and we can start over. Ollie slammed the journal and tossed it, trying to hit me in the face with it, but I caught it and laid it down next to me. You don't ever listen, do you? I told your goofy ass about writing shit down. Now look at you, caught up by your own fucking words. He picked up another journal, squatted in front of me, and said, So, tell me the truth, Z. Is Ray my kid's real daddy? Huh, Z? What about this mud hucker in your stomach right now? Is that raised nut or mine growing in your dirty ass womb, bitch? I sat staring him in the face, still silent. No, they're not Ray's kids. They're yours, Ollie. All of them. I figured there was no point in keeping up the charade surrounding his name since he had just read aloud my thoughts regarding his moniker. Ollie stared back at me and didn't blink. That darkness that was in his eyes had gotten darker, and I couldn't read his energy beyond the rage emitting from his aura. I wrote that shit when I was mad at you, because I had found out you was back in contact with that Yomi bitch. Is that what this is about, Ollie? That bitch? Ollie dropped his gun, then grabbed me by the throat and bashed my head into the wall behind me, then stood up with his hand still wrapped around my throat. He had lifted me to my tiptoes while squeezing the hell out of my neck. Bitch, this shit is about you. All of this shit is because of you. He banged my head against the wall again and squeezed his hand around my throat tighter. Stop. Stop. I squeaked and tried to free his grip from around my neck. He grunted and screamed as he applied more pressure around my neck by adding his other hand. I began to swing my arms and hit him, hoping he'd let go because I was starting to black out. He dropped me to the ground, leaned against the wall on his forearms, and breathed heavily. I gasped and choked for air as I lay on the ground. The silence between us was covered by our heavy breathing and sirens on the horizon. As I struggled to catch my breath and focus my thoughts, I saw them. At first they were holding hands, but when they noticed me looking up at them, they disappeared. I blinked my eyes and pushed myself onto my back and stared at the sky. Small beads of rain began to fall from the sky and coat my face. Ollie was still propped against the wall in silence. Spirit, I need you to fix this for me now. I love this man with my heart and soul, and I'ma kill myself if he leaves me. I thought as tears formed and rolled from my eyes. I'm sorry, Ollie, I whispered. I wasn't sure if he had heard me until I heard him begin to laugh. Bitch, you got to be out of wild fucking mind, he said in a low, menacing tone. My fucking life is over because of you. I missed everything God had for me because I chose you. I killed niggas for you. I cut my people off for you. I did ill shit because of you for you. Do you love me, Z? He said sarcastically and picked up the journal from beside me and began to read again. April 28th, 2020. Thank you, Spirit, for the pandemic. This nigga ain't left my side since March, and now I'm pregnant with his child. I hope it's a boy so I can really wrap Ollie around my finger. He paused while reading and said, You was excited about that COVID shit, huh? Low down ass bitch. You even wrote the shit in all caps. So I know your trifling ass meant every fucking word of this shit. To be continued.
Sacred glow in the realm of the real. Let a power flow. Oh, Bruja, with the magic divine, daughter of ocean, her spirit will shine. Guided by Yeshua, with ancestors' might, in her aura of gold, we find our light. So stand by your side, feel the sacred glow. In the realm of the real, let her power flow. So stand by your side, feel the sacred glow. In the realm of the real, let her power flow.
Episode 1. A Mendacious Queen. Continued. Point 2. Ollie said sarcastically and picked up the journal from beside me and began to read again. April 28th, 2020. Thank you, Spirit, for the pandemic. This nigga ain't left my side since March, and now I'm pregnant with his child. I hope it's a boy so I can really wrap Ollie around my finger. He paused while reading and said, "You was excited about that COVID shit, huh? Low down ass bitch. You even wrote the shit in all caps. So I know yo trifling ass meant every fucking word of the shit." He continued reading. May 14th, 2020. I haven't told Ollie that I had a miscarriage yet. He thinks I'm still pregnant and he's still kissing my ass, and I don't want that shit to end no time soon. I'ma probably tell him soon though, because we need to move on from this and make some other moves. He got new shit lined up for our channel, and I'm ready to focus on that instead of this fake pregnancy. I rolled over onto my back and tried to get up, but Ollie pushed me back down. "Don't move, bitch. Don't you fucking move until I say move." He hissed and continued reading. July 4th, 2020. I'm tired of this nigga. Everything we've been through, and this is what he give me. This bitch. We got all of these followers and relationship shit out here, and he gets caught talking to this bitch. We're in a fucking pandemic, and he is sneaking around to see this bitch. I can tell she ain't gave him no pussy though. That baked banana spell is keeping his dick from getting hard. This nigga ain't fucked me since April. We ain't even fuck on his birthday, cause his dick couldn't get hard. So I know he couldn't be giving that bitch nothing other than some money. Not that his dick was that good to be passing out, but I invested in that dick. That's my dick until I don't want it no more, and he ain't giving it to no other bitch. I'll set his ass up first before I let him fuck around on me with that bitch. She lost him damn near 10 years ago, and she not finna get him back now. She can have him back when I'm done taking everything from his black ass. Ollie closed the journal and smacked me in the face with it. "You filthy fucking worthless ass bitch. I knew you wasn't fucking with my dick." I blocked most of the hits, but gave in when the book hits transformed into his fists. Ollie rained punches down on me like he was beating a man. I faked crying in an effort to stop him from punching me. "Bitch, I hope you die," he said and pushed himself up off of the ground. "You gone set me up, huzzy. Huh. You filthy fucking bitch," he said and kicked me in the ribs. "Ollie, I'm pregnant. Stop fighting me. You're hurting our baby." I screamed in an attempt to snap him the fuck out of beating my fucking ass, but he didn't stop. "Bitch, I don't give a fuck about you or that piece of shit. IT ain't mine. Matter of fact, you probably ain't even pregnant again. Yo nasty ass womb can't hold no healthy pregnancies. Or did you forget you wrote the shit down in these goddamn books?" Ollie picked up the trunk and dumped the journals on me, kicked me 3 times, then picked them all up and put them back in the trunk. "Ollie, you know I'm pregnant." "I don't know shit, bitch. I know you a foul-ass bitch, and I hope you die." "Ollie, don't say that. You speaking shit over me. What are my kids?" "Our kids gone do without they mama." I pleaded with him to stop wishing me dead because I had seen them again. This time it was 3 of them, holding hands. I knew who they were. The energy was negative and heavy on that roof, and Ollie had dumped out my box of crystals and had exposed a few moldavite crystals, and they were doing what they were supposed to do, amplifying the negative energy. If he wished me dead again, it was bound to happen. "Bitch, you don't give a fuck about them fucking kids. Where they been at since I left? With yo raggedy ass fake witch mama. I've been gone 3 months, and you ain't been nowhere around them kids, cause if you was, you would know that yo mama gave me all of this shit. I knew my mama was a fake ass bitch, but I didn't think she would be the one to stab me in the back." I sat there and listened to Ollie berate me as I thought about the last thing mama said to me before I left the kids at her house and moved into Ray's.
Feel the sacred glow in the realm of the real. Let a power flow. Feel the sacred glow in the realm of the real. Let a power flow.
Episode 1, A Mendacious Queen. Point 3. I sat there and listened to Ollie berate me as I thought about the last thing Mama said to me before I left the kids at her house and moved into Ray's. You can't be slick forever, Zika. One day, all shit gone hit the fan, and all them damn lies you have been telling folks for years gone come falling out of your closet. My mama Kathy said, Mama, ain't shit gone happen because I don't do shit to people. Relax. Damn. Oh no. Mama exclaimed. Then why are you dressing to leave with Ollie's friend? Why are you and Ollie separated? What are you going to tell people that follow you on YouTube and those other social medias? I sighed and walked away from Mama and continued to pack my shit. Mama, Ollie has been gone for weeks, and I ain't heard from him. He ain't worried about keeping his family together, so why should I be pinning away for him? Hell, I gave him the last 10 years of my life, and all it takes is him getting some information from someone outside of our circle, and he just dips without explaining what he was told? Hell nah, I'm not waiting for him anymore. I knew exactly what Mama was referring to, but I wasn't going to voluntarily tell her shit. My mama respected everyone else's privacy and conversation except mine. Whenever I'd tell her some shit when I was younger, she'd either gossip about it with her sisters or use it as a catalyst when she was speaking to her ments. Mama grabbed me by my arm and turned me to face her. ZK, you are wrong. That man got the right to know these kids ain't his. I pulled away from Mama and continued packing again. ZK, listen to me. Why, Mama? What will you say that you haven't said already? What about the one in your belly right now? Does Ray know you're pregnant? Does Ollie know you're with his fucking friend? One question at a time, Mama. I said in an effort to make her stop asking me questions I didn't really have answers to. Ray didn't care that I was pregnant. All he cared about was making Ollie fall. Does Ray know you're pregnant? Mama asked with a more stern tone. I turned and looked her dead in the face and said with a satisfied tone, Ray doesn't need to know shit because there ain't shit for him to know. You didn't answer me. Does Ray know that you're pregnant with your husband's child? Mama said and looked at me incredulously. I'm not pregnant, Mama. I said that for views. I rolled my eyes as I walked away from Mama and grabbed my last bag. Ray had texted me that he was outside, and I was ready to go. What do you mean you're not pregnant? You had me send a picture of the sonogram to Ollie? What have you done, Zika? What have you gotten me involved in? Mama, don't worry, I got this. You ain't got shit but a growing problem and babies by your husband's flunkies. How much longer do you think you? Mama, ain't nothing to worry about. I'm not pregnant, I told you. What do you mean you're not pregnant? I sighed. Mama, this is getting fucking redundant. Read between the goddamn lines. I got an abortion. I'm not finna keep being these niggas' baby mamas. I'm a queen, and I deserve to be treated like a goddess. Before I could turn away again, my mama slapped me. You're rotten fruit, Zika. You're gonna step in your shit one day real soon and all those spells gone return on you. At least kiss your fucking kids before you go lay up, she said and stormed out of my room. I grabbed my bag and walked down the hall and out of the house onto the porch. You coming back, Mama? I heard Taj say. Go sit your ass down and stay out of my goddamn business, little girl. I fussed. Truthfully, I didn't have any real motherly love towards either of my children. They were both pawns in my spell work to keep Ollie, and now that he currently is in his feelings, I don't have to pretend to be all motherly. Stop talking to my grandbaby like that. She didn't ask you anything out of line. When the fuck are you coming back? Because, at the end of the day, these are your children. Ollie doesn't have to be here with them, you do? Mama damn. Watch what you say in front of my damn daughter. Taj, I'll be back tonight, I said and slid out of the door. I was gone for 6 weeks. When I came back, nothing had changed and Mama was still fussing about Ollie. I was too busy sneaking around with Ray, who is married to this chick from North Carolina. While I was busy sneaking, I wasn't paying attention and Mama pulled the ultimate snake move and gave Ollie everything. Ollie, my kids are looking for me right now, and you got me hemmed up on this roof. Just let me go get my kids from my mama, and we can talk later. Ollie paused while picking the journals up and said, Bitch, I ain't holding you hostage. You washed. Niggas already know you are a fucked up bitch. I just came here to let you know I know you a piece of shit. And I know I need to take this shit with me. Your foul ass won't deny none of this shit, and when I get through exposing yo bullshit you won't be able to adopt a fucking pet. Stay away from me, triflin' bitch. He said and hopped on me again. I assume he wasn't afraid to beat me up because he knew I wouldn't go to the police. Shit. My hands were as dirty as his hands were, and I definitely couldn't play victim, even if I had just gotten my ass whooped. He spit in my face after he threw the last punch, then got up and grabbed the trunk filled with the journals and left me lying there lumped up. Wait. Ollie, wait. You gon' ruin everything we built. Wait. I managed to gather enough strength to trail after him. I grabbed at the back of his hoodie, but he snatched it away from me and stiff-armed me each time I'd get close enough to grab him. I couldn't let Ollie expose those journals. If he exposed anything in those journals, not only would it destroy me, but it would destroy our brand, destroy my mama's brand, and send us to prison probably for the rest of our lives. Together, we had done some bad shit to some people, and my mama held most of the receipts. If Ollie kept exposing our darkest secrets and finally exposed me, I'd be as good as dead. I had to stop him, by any means necessary. Ollie, wait. Don't do this. You gon' fall with me if you expose this shit. I ain't going down by myself. You got blood on your hands too, nigga. You participated in all of the grimy shit we did voluntarily. Ollie dropped the trunk and rushed me. He grabbed me by the collar of the black t-shirt dress I was wearing and body slammed me. My body hit the ground like a sack of russet potatoes as he began to stomp on me. Snitch ass bitch, you already talking to the fucking police. You think I don't know about that paperwork, bitch? He said in between kicks. You washed, bitch. You might as well kill yourself up on this roof. You dead to me, ho. Ollie said, and kicked me in the mouth one last time. When he kicked me, I felt my teeth break and tasted the blood pouring from my gums. I felt dizzy as I tried to get up. I had sustained a concussion from all of the abuse my body took from Ollie beating me up. Usually, I could get up after Ollie had hooped my ass, but this time it was different. My head felt funny. Ollie, wait. To be continued.
Oh, Bruja, with the magic divine, daughter of ocean, her spirit will shine. Guided by Yeshua, with ancestors' might, in her aura of gold, we find our light. So stand by her side, feel the sacred glow. In the realm of the real, let her power flow. So stand by your side, feel the sacred glow. In the realm of the real, let her power flow.
A Mendacious Queen. Episode 1, Part 4. Continued. Ollie, wait. Don't do this. You gon' fall with me if you expose this shit. I ain't going down by myself. You got blood on your hands too, nigga. You participated in all of the grimy shit we did voluntarily. Ollie dropped the trunk and rushed me. He grabbed me by the collar of the black t-shirt dress I was wearing and body slammed me. My body hit the ground like a sack of russet potatoes as he began to stomp on me. Snitch ass bitch, you already talking to the fucking police. You think I don't know about that paperwork, bitch? He said in between kicks. You wash, bitch. You might as well kill yourself up on this roof. You dead to me, ho. Ollie said and kicked me in the mouth one last time. When he kicked me, I felt my teeth break and tasted the blood pouring from my gums. I felt dizzy as I tried to get up. I had sustained a concussion from all of the abuse my body took from Ollie beating me up. Usually, I could get up after Ollie had hooped my ass, but this time it was different. My head felt funny. Ollie, wait. I slurred as I heard the door slam. I deliriously stumbled around the roof, trying to find my phone, but I forgot that Ollie snatched it from me before dragging me up to the roof of this building. Fuck, I said aloud as I bumped into shit, trying to feel my way around in the dark. I couldn't even tell where in the hell he had taken me, but I knew it was one of our sketchy properties because he never cleaned the shit up, and there was shit all around me. I stumbled over so much shit, I ended up falling stomach first into the pile of glass Ollie had broken. Fuck, I said as I rolled onto my back. I rolled onto my side and paused when I tried to get up again. I felt something piercing my side. I slowly slid my hand down my side and found the pain. When Ollie body slammed me, he slammed me into the pile of broken glass and candles and shit he had torn up. When I hit the pile, I was pierced by a shard of glass from the honey jars he broke. The contents were so old. The sugar had hardened and stuck to the inside of the glass jar. When Ollie smashed the jars, he broke the sugar into jagged pieces sharp enough to cut like glass. And it did. Phew-wuck. I yelled as I pulled the piece of sugared glass from my side. Blood poured from the wound as I used my hand to hold the hole in my side closed. I began to feel lightheaded, and my feet felt heavier with each step. I fumbled my way to what I thought was the door to lead me down to the main floor and made my way to the staircase. I took one step and tumbled down the 12 steel stairs and landed skull first into a steel pipe and knocked myself out cold. To be continued.
Feel the sacred glow in the realm of the real. Let a power flow. Oh, Bruja, with the magic divine, daughter of ocean, her spirit will shine. Guided by Yeshua, with ancestors' might, in her aura of gold, we find our light. So stand by her side, feel the sacred glow. In the realm of the real, let her power flow. So stand by your side, feel the sacred glow. In the realm of the real, let her power flow.
Episode 2. The Tower card and the Death card means disaster. Rain beats the leopard's skin, but it does not wash out the spots. African proverb. Sometime later, I opened my eyes slowly, trying to focus my vision to see what was around me. I took a deep breath and rolled onto my right side and stared into the darkness that surrounded me. I blinked my eyes and sat up. How did I get back up here? I said, and began to walk around looking for the exit door. How are all of these fucking doors locked? I pulled on 2 doors that were locked and hissed. Shit was eerie as fuck up on this roof, and I needed to get the fuck off of this roof. When I got to the 3rd door, I snatched it open and ran down the steel stairs. It seemed like the staircase was longer than I remembered. I remembered it only being 12 steps, so why am I now on step number 38? I kept running down the steps until I reached the bottom, saw a door, and ran through it. When I ran through the door, I slowed down when I noticed that I was back up on the roof. What the fuck is going on? How did I get back up here? I didn't wait for an answer. I ran towards the 3 doors and chose the middle door this time. I descended the stairs again and ran through a door when I reached the bottom of the staircase again. When I flung the door open and ran through it again, I was on the roof once more. I became scared as I looked around. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Why am I up here again? I repeated the same cycle of running through a door and down the stairs and opening a door, only to end up back up on the roof 10 times before I stopped and realized something was off. I looked around through squinted eyes, incredulously investigating the roof. Where is all of that shit at? What the fuck is going on? I ran towards the 3 doors again, but this time each of them was locked. What the fuck? This nigga locked me up here. I jerked on the doors back and forth and screamed in anger when they wouldn't open. I took 3 steps back and shook my head. What's the matter, Zika? I heard the voice clearly, but I didn't respond. Man, how the fuck do I get the fuck off of this roof? I said aloud, but not to the voice. You're not on the roof, Zika. I looked left and right fast to see where the voice was coming from because the last thing I remembered was me and Ollie arguing and him pulling me up to the roof because he wanted to show me something. Who the fuck is that? I said sternly. What difference does it make? You told me to come, the voice said. I heard shit falling in the distance, and I turned my body to face whatever it was. Look, nigga, whoever the fuck you are, you better stop playing games with me, 'cause you don't know who the fuck I am. Trouble behind me ain't what you want, I said, trying to sound less afraid. Do you know who you are? Zika, the voice said. I looked around in silence, hoping to spot whomever the fuck it was that was playing with me. Nigga, do you know who my husband is? You're not married to Zika, the voice said calmly. Oh, yeah. Well, do you know who my children's father is? He'll smoke you for wasting his time having to come look for me. Let me the fuck up off of this roof. Now, I said again in my most stern voice, now no longer feeling fear. Calmly again, the voice said, You're not on the roof, Zika. Can't you see? See what? What the fuck am I supposed to see? I see that I'm on this fucking roof and am talking to a ghost nigga who knows better than to let me see his face. Do you know who my nigga is, my nigga? Do you understand the shit Ollie gonna do to you for this? I began fumbling in my pockets, found my phone and dialed Ollie's number, but it went to voicemail. Ollie won't respond to you, Zika. No one will. Nobody will ever answer your calls again, the voice said. What? What do you mean nobody will answer my calls again? Who the fuck are you? I said in an austere voice, but the voice wasn't moved by my tone. It simply said, Who are you, Zika? Bitch, I'm me. The fuck you mean, who am I? I'm ZK Mata-fucking Robinson. Unimpressed, the voice said, You say that with such conviction. Say it again. The voice said and laughed. The air suddenly felt cold around me. What the fuck is going on? I said in a whisper and ran towards the doors again. As I approached the doors, they were swallowed by darkness. What's going on? Where am I? I searched for light in the darkness, but everything just got darker. I blinked fervently, attempting to blink the darkness away, but it was in vain. Everything continued to get darker. I covered my eyes with my palms and prayed, Please, ancestors, help me.
Feel the sacred glow in the realm